Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde. I assume my Instagram ban has been lifted. I assume my Instagram suspension is over. I did not expect to be able to get on Instagram just now. I did not expect to get on Instagram just now, but I'm glad that I was able to. The reason I wanted to go live tonight, briefly, I'm not going to keep you too long, but the reason I wanted to go live tonight is due to the fact that today is a very special day in our history. The most revolutionary day in Pan-Africanism is August the 21st. Let us just be clear. The most revolutionary day in Pan-African history is August the 21st. Let's be clear. But October the 16th is also a very important day in our history. At least 3 important events took place today. At least 3. Today is the 26th anniversary of the original Million Man March of 1995. Today is the anniversary, the 26-year anniversary of the original Million Man March of 1995, which I attended, and it served as the very first official event of my presidency as Millersville University Black Student Union president. Shout out to all my fellow Millersville University alumni. I hope you all are having fun. I could not make it up to Lancaster this weekend. I hope to get there, God willing, next year's homecoming. Tonight is homecoming for Millersville University. I couldn't make it, but I'm sure y'all having fun. I'll see y'all next year. So the 26th anniversary of the Million Man March, and I have attended every single march that the minister had in D.C. I even attended the Million Women's March. So today is the 26th anniversary of the Million Man March. Today is the 53rd anniversary of the infamous raising of the black leather fist at the Olympics by Tommie Smith and John Carlos. That also happened October the 16th, 1968, the year they killed Dr. King. Shout out to Tommie Smith. Shout out to John Carlos. Shout out to Tommie Smith. Shout out to John Carlos for raising the infamous black fist at the Olympics. That was one of the most unapologetically African acts of resistance in history. The raising of the black fist by Tommie Smith and John Carlos at the 1968 Olympics is one of the most unapologetically African acts of resistance in world history. So shout out to Tommie Smith and John Carlos. Also on this day, October 16th, 1859, the most revolutionary enslaved African uprising since Nat Turner would take place in Harpers Ferry, Virginia, led by a white man, inspired by Nat Turner, led by a white man, inspired by Nat Turner, by the name of John Brown, 5 Africans. See, we talk about John Brown, but we don't honor. We talk about John Brown, but we don't honor the 5 Africans who were with him. The first to die for John Brown in the cause of slavery was Dangerfield Newby. He was the first to take a life, and he was the first to get his life taken. Dangerfield Newby. And after they murdered our great ancestor, they mutilated his body just like they did Nat Turner. White folks cut off fingers, they cut ears, they took teeth out. They repeatedly stabbed his body even after he was dead. What they did to his body, even according to white observers, what they did to ancestor Dangerfield Newby's body, even according to white observers, was one of the most embarrassing and inhumane things they had ever seen in their life. Rest in peace to Dangerfield Newby. Osborne Anderson from Chester County, Pennsylvania, another revolutionary Pennsylvanian. Osborne Anderson was the only one to escape, and he published an account called The Voice from Harper's Ferry. If you want a good book to read, make sure you read A Voice from Harper's Ferry. That was Osborne Anderson. Shields Green, who lived in Frederick Douglass's house from 1857 to 1859. He was condemned, charged, convicted, and sentenced to death. He would die on December the 16th, 2 weeks after John Brown was hanged. John Brown was hanged December the 2nd. 2 weeks after that, December the 16th, Shields Green, also known as the Emperor. Shields Green, also known as the Emperor, and Anthony Copeland Jr., they were hanged together on December the 16th. Anthony Copeland Jr. tried to escape from Harper's Ferry by way of the river, but he was taken in the water. And the last person would have been, so Osborne Anderson survived, Shields Green was hanged, Anthony Copeland Jr. was hanged, Dangerfield Newby was hanged. Who am I leaving out? Lewis Leary. Lewis Leary died 4 days after the Harper's Ferry uprising. He was shot and mortally wounded. He died 4 days later. His wife, which became his widow, would later remarry another man, and she would ultimately become the grandmother of one of our greatest poets by the name of Langston Hughes. So when we talk about John Brown, let us remember those 5 Africans who gave their life for black liberty on October the 16th. Let us remember Tommy Smith and John Carlos at the 1968 Olympics, who came back home and couldn't get a job, stripped of their medals, received death threats. Let us not forget the sacrifices that brothers and sisters have made in order to push us forward. I have an announcement. If you live in Pennsylvania, if you live in Delaware, if you live in New Jersey, I have an announcement. If you live in Pennsylvania, if you live in Delaware, if you live in New Jersey, even if you live in New York or Maryland or DC, tomorrow, the Jamaican Association of Pennsylvania, tomorrow, October the 17th, the Jamaican Association of Pennsylvania is hosting the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey birthday celebration outside of Philadelphia City Hall. I'm going to say it again. Tomorrow from 12 noon until 10 p.m. Tomorrow from 12 noon until 10 p.m. Sunday, October the 17th, the Jamaican American Association of Pennsylvania is hosting the 134th birthday celebration of the preeminent prophet and king of revolutionary Pan-African nationalism, the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Tomorrow, food, music, vendors, performances, speakers is going down tomorrow, and it is all free. Bring the children, bring the elders, bring yourself. It is outside. City Hall of Philadelphia, the city governmental complex, Broad Street at Market Street on the North Apron near JFK, the Jamaican Association of Pennsylvania is hosting the 134th birthday celebration of the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will take the microphone at 7 p.m. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will take the microphone at 7 p.m. tomorrow. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will take the microphone at 7 p.m. tomorrow. All my Philadelphia Africans, my Chester Africans, my Derby Africans, my Delaware Africans, my Harrisburg Africans, my Lancaster Africans, my Baltimore Africans, my DC Africans, come through. My New York Africans, come through. Marcus Garvey birthday celebration tomorrow. City Hall outdoors on the North Apron. It begins at 12 noon. It goes until 10 o'clock at night. Food, drummers, entertainers, vendors, speakers, and of course the keynote. Of course the keynote. Of course the keynote from King Kong Consciousness himself, Garveyite #1. Most influential Pan-Africanist in the world, Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde, will take the microphone at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Although this event is being hosted by the Jamaican Association of Pennsylvania, and I believe they would agree with me when I say this, because the Most Honorable Marcus Garvey was a Pan-Africanist. We want to see all Africans tomorrow at Philadelphia City Hall. We want to see our Trinidadian brothers and sisters. We want to see our Belizean brothers and sisters. We want to see our Bermudan brothers and sisters, our Turks and Caicos brothers and sisters, our Puerto Rican Africans, our Cuban Africans, our Haitian Africans, our Dominican Africans. We want to see our Nigerian Africans, our Ghanaian Africans, our Gambian Africans, our South Africans, our Ethiopian Africans. We want the whole race out there tomorrow. We want the whole race. It's going down tomorrow. If you want to talk to me, tomorrow's the place. You got a question for me, tomorrow's the place. You need some help with your child, tomorrow is the place. City Hall, Garvey Day, Dr. Umar's hometown. City Hall, Garvey Day, Dr. Umar's hometown. It's going down. I got to go to New York for a wedding in the morning. I have to go to New York for a wedding in the morning. And then I'll be headed straight to the celebration tomorrow following the wedding in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn first, and then I'm back for the Garvey celebration in time to take the microphone. And I will be there until the end. I'm looking for a couple queens in Philly who can help me get some things done. I need me a North Philadelphia queen to help with the movement. I need a West Philadelphia queen to help with the movement. I need a South Philadelphia queen, a Southwest Philly queen, and an Uptown queen to help with the movement. 215, stand up. 267, stand up. We are in the building. Pennsylvania Pan-Africanists must represent tomorrow at Philadelphia City Hall. If you want more information about tomorrow's Garvey Day celebration in Philadelphia, Sunday, October the 17th, you can call 267-303-6062. You can call 267-303-6062. You can call 267-303-6062. You can email Jamaica Penn, that's Penn, Jamaica Penn Association at hotmail.com. Jamaica Pen Association at hotmail.com. Brothers and sisters, what I want to do right now is I want to raise some money for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I want to raise some money for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I want to raise some money for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. So what I'm asking you to do right now, if you have a question that you want me to answer or a comment, if you have a question you want me to answer or a comment, you must do one of two things. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. Your donation must be at least $5 for me to answer your question. Your donation must be at least $5 for me to answer your question. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. If you have a question or a comment, I will read it from the PayPal or the Cash App. Let's see who's going to hit the Cash App tonight. $FDMG School. Let's see who's going to hit the Cash App tonight. Norfolk, Virginia. I will see you Friday, November the 12th. Norfolk, Virginia. I will see you Friday, November the 12th. Free lecture and book release. First time in Norfolk since the 2017 Norfolk State Black History Month keynote. Nat Turner Land. I'm going to see you Thursday, November the 11th. Margate, South Florida, December the 4th. Minneapolis, Minnesota, January the 15th. Scottsdale, Arizona, January the 17th. For those of you making requests for me to speak, you need to email your request to Dr. Umar Johnson at yahoo.com. Okay? Email speaking requests to Dr. Umar Johnson at yahoo.com. Interview requests, Dr. Umar Johnson at yahoo.com, or you could text message me at 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Let's see who's going to hit the Cash App tonight. $FDMG School. Brother Anderson, $50. Thank you, Brother Anderson, for getting us started. My brother Anderson, $50, and I know he don't have the snow bunny virus. Brother Anderson, thank you for the $50. Sister Colette, $6 on PayPal. Sister Colette, $6 on PayPal. Thank you, Sister Colette, for the $6. International Africans, you can use PayPal. International Africans, you can use PayPal. That's paypal.me/FDMG Academy on PayPal. paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Who got a question? I want some questions tonight. Jakari. Is that Brother Jakari? I can't see the picture. Yes. Thank you, Brother Jakari. $10 for the G-GOAT, greatest Garveyite of all time. Thank you, Brother Jakari, for the $10 donation. Who coming up next? Who coming up next? Where the questions at? We haven't done no questions since I was in Cincinnati last month. Where the questions at? Hit the Cash App with your question, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App with your question, $FDMG School. Okay, that seems like that was a Neanderthal. Okay. Listen to me. Dear Caucasoids, do not come on my live soliciting African women. I have no control over what you do in your time and space. I have no control what my beautiful African sisters do during their time and in their space. But when you come into my time zone, when you come into my time zone, when you come into my space, Neanderthal, you do not say where the black women at. You never in your life come to a Dr. Umar event or get on a Dr. Umar platform asking where are the black women. You are out of line for that, colonizer. Get your colonization consciousness corrected. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me. Here we go. Brother Sam from Rhode Island, $50. Thank you, Brother Sam. Sister Felicia, my good friend Sister Felicia from Chicago, $25. Dimitri, $3. What can we do to save our people? We have to build schools for the children and create economic opportunities for the adults. If we do not build schools for the children nor create economic opportunities for the adults, Brother Dimitri, there will be no future for African people. If we don't create a way for our men and women to take care of their families without depending on the power structure, we are done. The Most Honorable Marcus Garvey, who we celebrate in Philadelphia tomorrow at the Garvey Day in City Hall, the Most Honorable Marcus Garvey said, a man and woman who depends upon another race for their existence sooner or later dies, Brother Dimitri. The Most Honorable Marcus Garvey said, a man and woman who depends upon another race for their survival will sooner or later die. So, Brother Dimitri, we must build schools for the babies and economic opportunities for the men and women. $5 from Brother Victor on PayPal. My PayPal is jumping tonight. The FDMG PayPal is jumping tonight. Dimitri, that should have been $5, Dimitri. But you gave $3, my brother, so I'm going to let you slide. Minimum donation for questions is $5. Sister Felicia, thank you for that $25 with your beautiful self. Sister Cray, how did you become a great public speaker? Well, Sister Cray, I'm related to probably the greatest public speaker of all time, the Honorable Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey Jr. So I think it runs in the blood. I was never taught how to speak, but in 4th grade and 5th grade, Black History class, Meade Elementary School, 18th and Oxford Street, North Philadelphia, I entered the Black History Month oratorical contest and I won first place both times, Sister Cray, and I never shut up after that. So I was born to speak. I'm what you call a naturally born orator. So that's where it comes from. However, I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do a podcast on how to become a better public speaker because I've been getting a lot of inquiries from brothers and sisters. I've been getting a lot of inquiries from brothers and sisters asking for tips to improve their public speaking skills. So if that's something you're interested in, Sister Cray, and you clearly natural with that beautiful almond skin of yours and those big pretty eyes, you're clearly natural. But if you're interested in a public speaking course, let me know. I need to do a public speaking course. I still need to do the life coaching course. Okay, but that's where it comes from, Sister Cray. But if you need some coaching, I will coach you. Just let me know. I got you, Queen. Thank you for the $5. Joe Boy 96. Why do black women trap black men? Thank you for the $5. Brother Joe Boy says, why do black women trap black men? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by trapping. Or you mean trapping there by playing with their emotions, trapping them with babies, trapping them with child support, playing with their heart. I don't know what you mean by trapping black men, but I want to say this. Black women are not always to blame. Black men are not always to blame. The way that I see it is that some black women will play on black men, use and abuse and exploit. And some black men will play on black women and they will use and abuse and exploit. But I will not join the beta male movement to assassinate the public image of black women. I'm not going to do that. I refuse to join the beta male movement to assassinate the public image of black women. We have too many black men already doing that. Too many YouTubians already dedicated to mutilating and massacring the public image of black women. I can't do that. Nor will I join with sisters. Nor will I join with sisters, the radical black feminazi. I will not join the radical black feminazi in their attempt to publicly castrate and mutilate the public image of black men. So I don't belong to the effeminazi, the male effeminazi, or the female effeminazi. I don't support the male effeminazi or the female effeminazi. Thank you, Brother Sam, $50 from Rhode Island. O'Neill Dixon, $10. Thank you, Brother O'Neill, for the 10. Sister Tammy, did you hear about the guy I heard about Freddie Gibbs wants to box. Much respect to my brother Freddie. I'm not going to disrespect him. I will box him for $5 million. I will box Mike Tyson for $5 million. Okay? All I need to see is a $5 million check. Now, if I'm boxing Mike Tyson, that's going to have to be more than $5 million, because a Dr. Umar Mike Tyson exhibition bout to raise funds for FDMG is going to generate at least $50 million. Because I'm a Pan-Africanist. My followership is global. That's at least a $20 to $50 million fight. So if I'm going against Iron Mike Tyson, one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time, one of my personal favorite athletes of all time, I got to get more than $5 million. But for Freddie Gibbs, I'll take $5 million for Fred. But I need all my money, Sister Tammy, paid up front. No IOUs. No, you get it before you get in the ring. I don't want to hear no you get it when you get out the ring. I don't want to hear none of that. Okay? I need payable to FDMG Academy so we can renovate the Frederick Douglass High School. That's what I'm talking about. All in fun. All in fun, by the way. All in fun. Johnny LaCourte, $10. Keep doing the good work. Thank you, Brother Johnny. Thank you, Brother Johnny. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Now let's go to the PayPal. Let's go to the international Africans on the PayPal. Let's go to the PayPal. Brother 20, peace and blessings. Oh, wait a minute. You requested money. No. You don't request money, brother. Brother Victor, you may have answered this before. Let me see what Brother Victor is asking me. You may have answered this before, but I was never present for the discussion. Can black folks be racist against non-Africans? Good question, Brother Victor. Thank you for the $5. Good question, Brother Victor. Thank you for the $5. Brother Victor's question, can Africans be racist? In order to be a racist, racism is about the monopolization. Racism is about the monopolization and domination of resources, opportunities, and privileges. ROP. Let's say it again. Racism is about the monopolization and domination of resources, opportunities, and privileges. In order for you to be racist against another group, you must have the ability to deny them resources, opportunities, and privileges. And with that question, Brother Victor, what resources do we control? What opportunities do we control? And what privileges do we control that we can systemically deny to an entire group of people? We don't. We don't even have our own situation together. So no, we cannot be racist. We can be prejudiced. We can be prejudiced. Black people can be prejudiced against whites. We can be prejudiced against Arabs. We can be prejudiced against Chinese. We can be prejudiced against Mexicans. We can be prejudiced. But racism is prejudice plus power. To go from prejudice to racist, you must add the power to the prejudice. If there's no power to go with the prejudice, you cannot be racist. Excellent question, Brother Vic. You in Sacramento? Brother Vic, I will probably be coming to Oakland next month to do a Black Parent mini boot camp. my Oakland Africans, my San Francisco Africans, my Bay Area Africans, my Richmond Africans, my Sacramento Africans. I may be in Oakland this time next month for a Black Parent mini boot camp. Instead of 12 hours, we're going to do 6. We also trying to hit up San Diego. Thank you, Brother Vic. Let me see who else hit me up on the, Okay, Brother Shepherd, $34. Thank you, Brother Shepherd. Brother Shepherd, PayPal. Is it possible to request you to speak on the Pan-African Daily TV show? I think it would raise awareness to the movement and funds for FDMG. In Australia? Are you in Australia, Brother Shepherd? Okay, Brother Shepherd, listen to me, Brother Shepherd. I would love to speak on the Pan-African Daily Show. Just have them hit me up on WhatsApp. I would love to speak on the Pan-African Daily Show. Just have them hit me up on WhatsApp. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Add me on WhatsApp, Brother Shepherd. Thank you for the $36 donation all the way from Australia. Brother Shepherd, I'm still waiting for Australia to bring me on to the land down under, my brother. Australia is the only continent inhabited by human life that I have not spoken. Australia is the last continent. Brother Shepherd, get with the Australian Pan-Africanists. Get with the Australian Pan-Africanists and tell them it is time to invite King Kong consciousness to the land down under. Thank you, Brother Shepherd. Let's see who else we got with my international Africans. Colette Brown, $5. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Sister Colette. Thank you, Sister Colette. Who else we got? Brother Victor, Shepherd, Colette. Sister Debbie, $50. She belongs to the Bronze Loyal Donors Club. Kedar, Bronze Loyal Donors Club. Sister Sharon out of Harrisburg, Bronze Loyal Donor. Sandisa Smith, $150 donation. Thank you for all that you're doing to help us out of Canada. Shout out to my sister Sandisa from Canada. I want to see all my international Africans at the 2nd annual FDMG Festival. I want to see all of my international Africans at the 2nd FDMG Festival. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Don't forget, tomorrow in Philadelphia is the Jamaican Pennsylvania Association Marcus Garvey birthday celebration from 12 noon until 10 p.m. at Philadelphia City Hall. Tomorrow, October 17th, the Jamaican American Association of Pennsylvania has the Marcus Garvey celebration, City Hall, Philadelphia, Sunday, tomorrow, 12 until 10. I want to see some of my Jamaican queens tomorrow. My beautiful Jamaican African sisters going to be out there tomorrow. I want some jerk chicken. I want some jerk salmon. I want some curry goat. I want some ginger beer. I want my coconut cake. I want my Garvey t-shirt. I'm coming. Hometown of the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Give me my Jamaican flan. Garvey, Marley, Russworm, Samuel Sharp, Paul Bogle, Jamaica, stand up. I stand in solidarity tomorrow with my Jamaican African brothers and sisters. And will the government of Jamaica please stop selling Jamaica to the Chinese? And will I'm going to talk about this tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Philadelphia City Hall. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Philadelphia City Hall at the Garvey celebration. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow at the Jamaican American Association of Pennsylvania Garvey program tomorrow. I'm going to talk about the Jamaican government selling the island to the Chinese. In the name of Garvey, we must expose the sellouts, expose the traitors, expose the coons. Tomorrow, be at City Hall. Don't worry, brothers. If you got any outstanding warrants, the police are going to stand down. Don't worry about it, brothers. I told the police, leave my people alone tomorrow at the Garvey Day. We not having it. The Pan-African Guard ain't having it. I want to see my Liberian Africans tomorrow. All my African immigrants from Southwest Philly, I want to see them tomorrow. Let me go back to the Cash App. Let me see if anybody hit the Cash App. We got some more Cash Apps. Let's get back to these Cash Apps. Hold on, freezing up a little bit. Come on. We got a lot of Cash Apps. Come on. Okay, where we at? Okay, here we go. Demi. Sister Demi Ade, $10 donation. Let me see what the question is. I need your take on the FBA versus non-FBA. So Sister Demi wants to know my position on the fake Black American movement, the fraudulent. But listen, I do not endorse tribalism. As Pan-Africanists, we do not endorse tribalism, period. I'm not going to endorse the Igbo versus the Yoruba. I'm not going to endorse the Zulu versus the Xhosa. I'm not going to endorse the Mandingo versus the Wolof. You understand? I'm not going to endorse the Kikuyu versus the Maasai. I'm not going to endorse the American African from the immigrant American African. I'm not for Pan-Africanism means oneness. Pan-Africanism means oneness. Pan-Africanism means oneness. So I don't support the FBA. I don't support ADOS. They are nothing but reactionary, divisive, tribalistic Negro movements created by opportunists to try to get paid off of inciting division within the African race. I will not co-sign it and I will not support it. That's my position. The only FBA that I know of as a school psychologist, stands for Functional Behavioral Assessment. Functional Behavioral Assessment, which is an investigation into the causes of misbehavior in school children. That's the only FBA I know. Functional Behavioral Assessment. And I'm a master at conducting functional behavioral assessments. Great question, Sister Demi. I don't support those movements. Brother Frederick, when are you coming back to Boston? I was last in Boston for the Black Parent Boot Camp, which went extremely well, Brother Frederick. I'll be coming back when y'all invite me back. Sister Dorothy, $5. How to avoid daycare immunizations. Okay. Real simple. Religious exemption. Or if you live in one of the 18 states that has a philosophical exemption, you simply get a notarized philosophical exemption letter that you prepare, get it notarized, give it to the daycare provider, and life goes on. If it is a publicly funded daycare, you have a right to the immunization exemption. Gringo, $1? $1? Brother Gringo, what's up with the $1? But anyway, let me read the question. My white wife can cook chicken. Can she join the Pan-African movement? See, here's the coonism. I know there would be a coon popping up tonight on the anniversary of the Million Man March. I know there would be a coon popping up tonight on the anniversary of the 1968 Olympics when Brother Tommy Smith and John Carlos raised the black fist. I knew there would be a coon popping up tonight on the anniversary of the October 16th, 1859 slave raid on Harper's Ferry, Virginia, when Shields, Emperor Green, and Osborne Anderson and Lewis Leary and John Anthony Copeland and Dangerfield Newby lost their life. He said his mayonnaise mate can cook chicken. She can make a mean mayonnaise chicken wrapped in collard cheese, cold cheese. Brother Gringo, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put a blindfold on and walk into the middle of traffic, my brother. I'm not interested in whether your white wife can cook chicken or not. And she can't join my movement. Now, there's some Pan-Africanists out there who are integrationists. There's some Pan-Africanists out there who are integrationists. I'm sure she can join their movement. But your mayonnaise mammy cannot join Team Pan-African. Brother Johnny, DTR 360 Books. I need an interview with you on my podcast. No problem, Johnny. You know I charge donation for that. $100 audio interview donation to FDMG. $250 video donation FDMG. So if you want to do audio podcast, $100. Video podcast, $250 donation to FDMG. Let me know, Brother Johnny. He was a vendor at the FDMG Fest. He went to Africa with me. Shout out to my brother Johnny up in New York. Sister Mary with the BMW logo icon. Now, Sister Mary, why you got that BMW there? What that stands for? Black men working? What was Sister Mary? Keep up the good work. God bless you. Thank you, Sister Mary. But I want you to get rid of that BMW icon, my sister. I want you to get rid of that BMW icon. YSP.